Hey there, YouTube. Coming back, I'm going to review this Doge. It's the V2. Comes with the competition cap with adjustable airflow. Originally, the first one did not have adjustable airflow on the competition cap. This thing's just massive. So, I've got it sitting on top of my Clopper T8, vaping at about 140 watts. Got it about halfway closed off. If you saw the review on the Clopper T8, I'm sorry, it was long, it was lengthy, and I rambled on. Bottom line is, I love this device. I do recommend it. I have no complaints. There were a few cons, but good device. So let's get into this bad boy. It has been amazing. I like the versatility of it. I wasn't sure about it. Some people at the local vapor shop have them in stock, and they were great. They told me some good things, so I picked one up, got a clone. Again, money was tight, but it had the adjustable airflow with the competition cap, so I wanted to review the newer one for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let's have a vape. Great performance on this thing. So let's go ahead and take it off the box. Let me show you guys kind of up close what it is. We've got your standard 22 millimeter, large airflow. It's 2 millimeters tall by 11 millimeter long airflow on this thing. Pull the top cap. The O-ring fits extremely snug. It's taken me a while to break that thing in, but as you can see, there's the adjustable airflow, and then you adjust it on here. It is set up for dual coils, but that little hole right there will close this thing off, and you can run in single coil mode. Good job, Congra Vape. This thing has been great. If you want that single coil in there, you can do it. I know there's some people out there that like to do that because they don't like messing with the dual coils. So, personally, I think that was a good thing. I've got WOW on the bottom with a number. Again, that number's fake. Looks like I need to polish that up, or clean it up, but it comes with the copper 510 center pin on there. Let's go ahead and break it down and take it off the barrel. So, the deck is solid, sturdy. O-rings fit on here great. We'll dive up close, we'll take a look at it, and I'll show you guys what I can on this thing. I don't want to pull that build out because it's a fairly new build. It's only about a day old. But good device. So let's go ahead and take another vape, and when you come back, we'll be trying to get up close on this. Let's go ahead and do it. I'll have it almost wide open for you. Alright, so we are back. And here's the box I received my device in. It's just like the authentic one. Got the little dog on here, the Adventures of Doge. It's kind of like the meme style box, like most of you know. Same as the first one. Opens up, your Addy sitting in there with the competition cap already intact. Here's the extra bag of stuff it came with. Now, looking in mine did not come with an extra center pin. Came with 2 extra O-rings, some extra screws, and the stupid little screwdriver that most of us have. And some silica wick and some, just wrap around wire. I always just throw those away, but, to each their own, and if that's what you prefer to use, great. If not, we'll get into that too. So you open it up, it's kind of like the comic type thing. Nice packaging, not bad, and kind of brings some humor to it, so good deal. Let's get into the device. And here we go. Here she is. So, it's got some cooling fins on here. Good construction on that. The wide bore drip tip. This thing is molded on there, so you cannot put another drip tip on here. That can be considered a con, I guess. But, real easy to drip through. Now, what I have found is even though this thing is so huge bore and has such massive airflow, it still does decent flavor. I mean, look at that. There's like no room. You got a little bit of a conical like on there, and then just that huge opening. And the O-ring here that fits extremely well, better than I think any other top cap that I have. Tolerances are extremely tight. But, you know, I was surprised with it being something so wide that the flavor was there. I figured it was just going to be for cloud chasing and only cloud chasing. So there's the top cap. We'll move that aside. Here's the barrel on it. You know, just your standard with your 510. Pop that off for you. Now, here's the issue. A lot of people have a problem. That center pin is brass. That brass center pin on the Authentic, and I know a lot of the other ones, they do come with the stainless steel center pin as an extra in the package with all the other stuff. Mine did not. I know that my vape shop, the ones that they have, they do. We pulled one out of the package the other day and took a look at it. It's got a deep juice well in this thing. Let's maybe pull just a piece of cotton here so you guys can kind of see. Maybe. Okay, so there's the cotton just moved for you guys. It's got a really deep juice well, so you can stuff a lot of cotton in there. But if you notice, I'll move this cotton a little bit more, and those posts stick up pretty far. Now, I have noticed I kind of like that. You can stick a lot of cotton in there for your wicking, and this thing, I mean, look at this side. I've got a huge airflow going all the way around my coil, cotton leading in there, and cotton kind of flat right there. So it holds a lot of juice because you can, you know, cloud chase or whatever you want to do with this. It seems to work great performance-wise. I think that was a good design to have those sticking up like that above the deck. It also makes this thing extremely easy to build on. You stick your post in there, you center them up where you want them, you put them where you want them, and this thing just goes. So here's everything back together. You've got the little lip on here. See if you can see that right in there. You got that little lip, which matches with a lip in here on the barrel. So you line your coils up. See if I can do this on camera. Sorry, guys. Line your coils up. Stick it on there. You can see that coil sitting in there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so you see the coil sitting in there. You got great airflow to cool that off, cool your vape down, and just run with it. So we have that. Let's get the top cap back in there. So here's your top cap with adjustable airflow. Stick that on. She's wide open. Now, if you want to do this in single coil mode, you line that up with one of your air holes and run it down. So now you'd be in single coil. That side's blocked off. You'd have your coil here. Again, a good upgrade, especially for something that's considered to be for competition, is what they say. But this is definitely designed for cloud chasers, but they didn't leave out the flavor chasers and people that are after for a nice, decent vape either. They had a little bit of everybody in mind. I think this is a good thing. So now that you've seen it, it's a basic 3-post design with your 510 down here. This is not adjustable. It just kind of moves out. It does stick down, as you can see, a little bit if you wanted to run in hybrid mode. So again, let's go ahead and go back up. We'll vape on it. We'll talk about it a little bit more, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're back up top. I've got my cotton resituated, and 140 watts. Let's see how she does performance-wise here. Very, very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a little bit more juice on there, just because it's such a high wattage. The reason I'm running at the high wattage for you guys is because I know this is going to appeal to a lot of cloud chasers, people that want to be able to blow a lot of vapor. and produce a lot of vapor. So I figured, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and try to show you guys at an extremely high wattage. This thing has good capabilities, really good capabilities. Everything fits nice and snug. Let's see how she is. Okay, ready? That is a great amount of vapor. Performance-wise, this thing has blown me away. If you're looking for something you can use to do your cloud chasing, it's there. So the only con that I found to this, now this is a con, and it's because I'm sure the clone that I bought was bad. Well, not bad, but had this problem. I've seen other ones and I've checked other ones out, and that this problem doesn't exist. But on my 510 threads, those 510 threads are not very smooth. They came kind of jaggedy and did not want to fit down on my on any of my 510 connections very well. So I did have to do a little bit. Again, I've got a bunch of tools, so I got in there and cleaned the threads up a little bit to get them to where I wasn't going to screw up anything that I have on my 510 connections. Also, with my pin sitting all the way down on this, as you can see, there's a gap. My pin in here is adjusted all the way down. That gap is there. This happens on any regulated device that I have. My mechanicals, I can adjust enough to be able to get that to sit flush. So if you want your stuff sitting flush and you buy a clone, just be careful of which one you get. I know that the Authentics are really reasonable priced, less than $70. And I think that was at a high end somewhere that, way overcharges. But I do believe my local place is a little bit less. I'm not 100% sure. So again, well less than $100. I think I only spent $8.99 or $9.99 on this thing. Again, it was the cheapest clone I could get to do the review. That was the version 2 with this cap. It has performed well, and other than the threads, I have found no other cons with it. It came typical, some machine oil, stuff like that. I wash everything anyway. That's not that big of a deal to me. But everything else on here, the fins are smooth. There's no jagged edges on them. Inside where everything's done, they've burred it off. I don't have to worry about it. It's a good device. This thing has pumped out more than I could handle. But with the amount of airflow, I can vape at 140 watts like I'm doing, and it's not killing my throat. It's not killing my lungs. On a straight lung inhale, on anything else, it's too warm. This thing, I had it up, and this is what I was using for my review on this box mod, and I was doing 150 watts, and it wasn't killing me. It was actually a fairly satisfying vape, something I'd normally get between 60 and 70 watts with another RDA. I like to see the vapor, and I like vapor, but again, I like flavor. This thing closed way down. Let's go ahead and close her off. So I'll close her most of the way. So as you can see on both sides, she's just barely open. Yeah, that heats back for 140 watts. And, it cuts it down. There's no excess air, leakage coming through those air holes. Like on some that just use the rotating cap. This one fits very snug. I was really impressed. I used it in single coil mode, and it did even better. You got the smaller airflow. And again, I was concerned about that huge drip tip not allowing enough, vapor to build in the chamber to give me better flavor. Just by closing that thing off, I taste everything on my juice. Now I have some simple juices. I haven't used a real complex one in there yet. I take that back. There has been one, and I'm doing a review on it. I'm just trying to get some information from the manufacturer. He's brand new. It was more of a complex design juice, and I got some good flavor off that too. So if you're looking for clouds and want to blow massive amounts of clouds straight out of a box, this even beats my Mutation X. No comparison. If you want something that's versatile with some flavor and some vapor production, a good RDA. If you're someone that just wants flavor and that's all you care about, I do not recommend it for just flavors. So out of a scale of 1 to 10, what do I think about this overall? My clone I'm going to give a 6 because of the threads. Now, I take that factor out and I have smooth threads like all the other ones that I found have. This thing bumps up to about an 8. It would be higher if the flavor was a little bit better for me. But on a flavor scale, out of the RDAs that I've used, this thing rates up there with some of the other ones like the Patriot. It's better than my Omega. And it's pretty close to the Big Dripper, and I love my Big Dripper for flavor too. So if I took those threads away, I'd give this a lot higher rating. Again, so if you're looking at something like that and you're looking at an overall satisfaction view, I'm very satisfied. This thing has been great, and I have no complaints with it other than the threads. And again, those threads can be contributed to the manufacturer, who is not the original one. And most of the clones that I've seen and I've messed with or I've looked at, the threads were better. I think I just got a fucked up one. So again, that has been a big thing. I can vape this anywhere from 30 watts up to 150 watts that I did, and I still get a good vape off of it. So you guys, if you're looking for a good RDA, something that's very reasonably priced for an authentic or a clone, this thing is a great setup, especially for you cloud chasers out there. So let's go ahead and have one more vape and we'll be out for the day. You guys have a good one. Remember, stay off the cigarettes, keep vaping. If you have anything that you want me to review or take a look at, if I can, I'll try. I've got some more stuff coming up. And you guys have a good one. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel to see more things coming. And you guys will be out after this.